When my father retired, we thought life would finally slow down. No more early mornings. No more work stress. No more long commutes. We thought we were gaining more of him. We didn't realize we were about to lose him. Because for some men, retirement isn't rest. It's identity collapse. My father was never emotional. He was structured, routine-driven, disciplined, predictable. Up at 5 a.m. Tea in the same mug. Shoes polished the night before. He didn't speak much. But when he did, we listened. He was provider first. Father second. That's how he understood manhood. His job wasn't just income. It was authority. At work, he was respected. Called, sir. Consulted. Needed. At home, he carried that same presence. When he entered a room, it shifted. He wasn't loud. He didn't need to be. His identity was stable. Until the letter came. I remember the envelope. He held it longer than necessary. He didn't open it immediately. When he finally did, he nodded slowly. He said. That was it. No drama. No visible reaction. But that night, he sat in the dark living room long after everyone went to bed. I saw him through the hallway. Just sitting. Thinking. The first month felt like holiday. He slept in. Watched TV. Fixed things around the house. My mother said, "Now you can rest." He smiled. But something in his posture had shifted. He moved slower. Not physically. Mentally. Men like my father live on structure. Without routine, he drifted. He started waking up at 5 a.m. anyway. But now, there was nowhere to go. He would sit at the kitchen table, staring at his tea. Not reading. Not speaking. Just staring. Even though retirement had been planned. Money became louder in conversation. He started asking. How much is electricity now? Why is this bill so high? Are we budgeting properly? It wasn't about the money. It was about control. When income shrinks, authority feels fragile. He became short-tempered. Not abusive. Not explosive. Just irritated. Small things triggered him. The TV volume. Noise. Laughter. My mother once said gently, "You're always angry lately." He snapped back. "I'm not angry." But he was. He just didn't know why. One evening, we were sitting outside. Quiet. He said something I never expected. All my life I worked. Now what am I? Not who am I? What am I? That's when I understood. His job wasn't something he did. It was something he was. In our culture, men are raised to provide, protect, perform. Nobody prepares them for pause, stillness, irrelevance. When your value has always been tied to earning. What happens when you stop earning? He started withdrawing. Less conversation. Less laughter. More silence. He wasn't depressed in a dramatic way. He was deflated. Like a balloon slowly losing air. My mother tried to carry him. Encouraged hobbies. Suggested church involvement. Asked him to relax. But pride doesn't relax easily. He felt watched, measured, reduced. We eventually had a family conversation. Gentle, careful. We tried to remind him he was still respected, still important. He nodded. But I could see something behind his eyes. A question none of us could answer. If I am not the provider, what is my role now? One day, I found him in the garage. He was reorganizing tools. Slowly, carefully, as if order could bring control back. That's when I stopped seeing him as difficult. I saw him as grieving. He wasn't grieving a job. He was grieving himself. The breakthrough didn't come from therapy. It came from usefulness. He started mentoring young men in the community, helping with job applications, giving advice. And slowly, his posture returned. Because purpose is oxygen for men raised on productivity. What I learned about my father. I learned that retirement is not financial, it's emotional. Men tie identity to output. Pride can hide pain. Silence can mean grief. My father didn't fall apart loudly. He unraveled quietly. If you've watched your father change after retirement, if you've seen a strong man shrink without explanation, understand this. He's not angry at you. He's trying to figure out who he is without the title. This is Mamela Sunday Secrets. Sometimes the most powerful men are the most fragile. When the world stops needing them.